I hate Lionel so much. What is up, guys? It's the Ninfan back again for a Zelda video. This is a video about the Art and Artifacts book. I know it came out a while back, but I thought it would still be a good idea to, make a little review about it. While I was out of town this summer, my uncle got me this book, and so yeah, I thought it'd be cool if I made a little review. So thanks to my uncle. I know this video's a little late. Sorry, I don't know. I've just been out of the zone lately, but now I'm gonna start making more videos, so don't worry about that. Alright, so one more thing before we get started is that if I get to 50 subscribers, I'll start using better editing software so that you guys can get better videos. So if you like what you see and you want to see better, then subscribe. I think we're only like 12 away, so we're getting close. Alright, let's get started. I'm going to do a quick summary of the book so that, to tell you what's in the book, basically what the contents of the book is. So, you first open it up. This is pretty cool. The contents right here. It says Masterpiece Gallery, illustrations from The Legend of Zelda to Triforce Heroes. So from the oldest to the newest game. Character illustrations, friends and foes. So like illustrations of the characters and stuff. That's kind of cool too because it also has all the items that you use in the game. So, if you're you're one to maybe collect everything, and you can kind of use this as a little guide, I guess. I don't know. And then there's some stuff at the end that's called the Temple of Time, and it kind of goes over the evolution of Zelda and just some extra bonus stuff that wasn't in the other part of the book. So, what I really liked about the concept was the concept is amazing. It's beautiful. Like, how can you look at that and not say that it's amazing? So that, that. Alright, so I'm gonna go over what I disliked about everything and then what I liked about everything. So first, I'm gonna start with the concept art. So we're gonna start with what I disliked about it. So the concept art in the game is really easy to find on the internet. Like, you don't really need this book to find a picture of the original Link. Like, if you want to, you can go online, look it up, and if you really want to, print off a picture or something, I guess. But yeah, so that's one of the things I don't really like. Like, if someone wanted to make their own little scrapbook of Zelda art, they could, for cheap. One thing that I don't like is that some of the pages have art on both sides, so it takes up both sides of the page, and sometimes the art gets cut off. Let me see if I can find one for you guys. Like, for example, this. It's not too bad, but it is a little cut off, and it's, kind of takes away some of the oomph, but that's alright. Now that's all I really disliked about it, which, to be honest, is not that much. So now I'm gonna go over what I liked about the concept art. The concept art is just beautiful. Like, it's just beautiful. The details that are in it are, like, for example, this. I don't know if you can really see it, but there's some scratches on the paint, and it totally fits what the feeling you're supposed to get from it is supposed to be. And there's other ones that have, watercolors. Like some of the Skyward Sword ones, you can see that they use watercolor all over it, and it's really beautiful how the details are really, shown in this book. And this is also the official collector's book. It's not just some shrinky-dink third-party thing. It's the real deal. I mean, Dark Horse. That's a pretty big deal. They also made the Hyrule Historia, so and that was a big hit. So that's what I liked and disliked about the concept art. So if I had to rank the concept art on a scale from 1 to 5, I'd probably give it a 4.5 because like this you know, they're really pretty, but if you have the guides or the manuals, or even like if you want to go online and look at it, it's really easy to find. But other than that, it's actually really good. So yeah, that's the concept art. Now we're going to the character things. First, I'll go over what I disliked about the character pages. So what I disliked about it is that it's like the Hyrule Historia. It had Link from the first game, and then the second game, and then the third game, and on all the way until Skyward Sword. But this game, it just focuses on a specific game, and I think that would have been a really cool improvement if they would have changed it just a little bit, so that you could see how Link has progressed, and Zelda, and Impa, and Ganon, and Ganondorf, and all the other characters have changed through each game, and you know, that would have been pretty cool. That's really the only thing that I disliked about the character pages. The details, also, like I said in the concept art, the details are really good too. I mean, there's just, if you look at them really hard, you can see how the artist, you know, how they what they were shading and how they were doing stuff. Like, someone had to sit down and say, okay, this is what these 5 pixels are going to look like, and I really appreciate that. Just all the thought they put into all these, and I like some of these I can't even recognize from the game because they're so well detailed. So that's one of the things I liked. I also liked how in the Link to the Past, how they included the updated version of the art from A Link to the Past and Four Swords combined. So, like, for example, the one on the left side is the old one, and the one from the right side is the new one, and it's really cool to see how they were updated, and like here too, you know, stuff like this where little things are changed to, you know, make it just look so much better, and I really appreciate that. Another thing that I like is that it includes basically every single character, not just the main characters. Like all the enemies, there's just some of them. I don't even recognize some of these. There's just so many. Like that. Like that's, and there's another, it continues on the next page. Like there's more. So I think that's really cool. Yeah, so that's basically it for what I liked about the characters. With the character part, I would probably give it, to be honest, a pretty decent 5 out of 5. I mean, the characters is just so cool how they lay out every single person that you encounter. Like, I thought that was really cool. And also the items and the enemies. I mean, they just put so much thought into the design and stuff. The very end of the book, where it's called the Temple of Time, it goes through all of the logo and packaging of all the games, and what I really like is that they added the Japanese version of it too. So, like, when you get a chance to see, you can see how on the top there's the English one, and on the bottom there's the Japanese one. So I thought that was really cool. And it does that for all the games, not just the first one and the second one, but all of them. So yeah, I really like that. To be honest, there's really no dislikes I have against this. It's really good. All the pixel art, that's what's after that. This it's pretty cool because it goes through every single frame that the characters, like when they walk and stuff. So that's kind of cool. And when I read this book, I realized that Lynels are actually from the first Zelda game, not just from Breath of the Wild. So we've been dealing with Lynels for longer than I thought, and I hate Lynels so much. Here's like the bonus gallery, which is kind of art that they didn't use in game, but kind of used for commercial purposes, and you know, just other pictures. Like here's the Mario Kart 8 Link and stuff like that. Now, one thing that I really liked is towards the end, they have a little section for Breath of the Wild. Now, I want you to look at this. That's pretty cool. But little did I realize that the page was actually a flap. And I think that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. So I really like that. And then it just has some things that we saw from the very beginnings of Breath of the Wild when it was just a little E3 announcement. There's no characters like you know, the champions in Zelda. There's none of that. Like the king isn't in it. So that's kind of disappointment. But it's pretty cool. Like that 3-page picture I thought was really cool. Then at the very end, there's an interview with the artists from the Zelda games, and that's about it. For the bonus stuff at the end, I would honestly give that maybe a 4 out of 5, maybe a 4.5 out of 5, because the Breath of the Wild section, it really doesn't have a lot. All the stuff that's in there we've already seen so many times before that it's just not really cool to look at. Like if they put in the concept art from that picture where Link's on the motorcycle, like how they talked about that in one of those Breath of the Wild extras video and stuff, or pictures of them making the sound effects for Breath of, I don't know, anything that was, you know, just give it a little bit more focus on Breath of the Wild. But what they did was pretty nice, I guess. So. And when this was being talked about, you know, Breath of the Wild hadn't really come out yet, so they couldn't put too much in. So I understand that. All around, this out of 100, all around, this book I'd probably give it like a 90, 85, 90. It's very rereadable if you want to just go through and look at those other pictures. And it's, you know, it just has so much great stuff. I've said it before, but it's just really good. It's big, so the pictures are big too. But it, like, once you've read it the 10th time, it's kind of just like a collector's item, which is not a bad thing. I mean, it's cool to have this on your desk and show people that you own this. I think it is. It'd be a great present, I guess, for someone who enjoys Zelda and you don't really know, okay, what should I get them? This, probably, if they don't already have Breath of the Wild, then get them Breath of the Wild. But if they have Breath of the Wild, then get them this. I think that's about it on this. The price is like $40, so it's a little expensive, but like I said, the art is pretty good. I really like it, and to my uncle who got it for me, I know you're watching it, so thank you for your support of the channel and just in general. Thank you. You should have seen my face when they gave it to me. If you like this video, subscribe. If you want to make a comment about what you liked about my video and didn't like it, or what you like about the book, or something I should have added, or even ideas of what videos I should make in the future, put that in the comments. I'll read them. Hopefully I'll reply. I don't really get a lot, so I'll reply. Like I said, if I get to 50 subs, I'll be making better videos because I'll have a better editing software. And until the next video, I'm the Nin Fan, and I will see you guys next time.